Hi everybody, thanks for tuning in. My name is Saucey and today we're going to talk about gender. You might be thinking, what the heck is there to talk about gender? There's actually quite a bit. Kill the intro! Boom! We're going to talk about sex. Not that kind of sex. We're talking about what you're assigned at birth. Like as soon as you pop out and the doctor catches you, they're like, boom, this person is a, and you're like, so male or female, right? Sure, yeah, we'll call it that. So whatever you have between your legs basically is what you're assigned at birth. So male or female, and that just depends on your body parts. Now, that is strictly sex. That is like, you are assigned that at birth. Now remember, when you're a baby, you don't really have a personality yet. You don't really have like these ideas yet of, you don't have identification for yourself or for other people. So that is why it's different from gender. So let's do that. Boom! Gender is whenever, however you see yourself. Gender is fluid, it's on a spectrum. And that's true because Bill Nye said it. I'm telling you right now, he said it.
And the science says we're all on a spectrum. Our labels, our fashion, even our washrooms are still catching up to that truth. I think you'll find when we look at sexuality this way, it is more complicated, but it's also a lot more honest.
Bill Nye was correct when he said that gender is on a spectrum. And for those of you that don't know what that is, the spectrum for gender, I think of it as like this line, and over here we got like feminine, and on this side we got masculine, and we have these preconceived ideas of what both of those things are. But basically, when it comes to gender spectrum, you can see yourself over here on the feminine side, and you might identify as cisgender woman, and over on this side you could identify as masculine cisgender man. But for a lot of people, they think that they have to stick on one side if they're cisgender. You can be cisgender and be over here in the middle, have more masculine qualities and have more feminine qualities. You don't have to necessarily identify, but that's my next topic. So the spectrum is very important because it's fluid. You can go here and here and here and here. And it can go everywhere. Like, it's just like one day I'm over here, one day I'm over here. That's just kind of how that works. Boom! Gender identity. Gender identity is how you as a person identify with your gender. You as a person. You. Me. How I identify. Not going to say that. But I would like to say it's very important, and it can change often. Lots of times people will come out, say, I am non-binary. Non-binary means you don't identify with any of the genders on the spectrum. And that's okay. And guess what? They might figure themselves out even more in a couple years or months or whatever. Doesn't matter. And they're like, never mind, I think I'm blah blah blah. And that's okay because gender is an ever-changing thing. It can grow, it can expand. You can literally be one thing the rest of your life, or you can change multiple times. It's whatever. It's not a big deal. So when it comes to gender identity, there are the basics, which I'm just going to go through. There is the ones that you hear about. So you have cisgender, which means your gender matches the one that you were assigned to at birth. Then there's transgender. People that are transgender feel as though, or know, that they are not the gender that was assigned to them at birth. I say that in a really weird way because sex and gender aren't the same thing, but our society views them as so it makes more sense for me to say it that way. Gender fluid, which is, remember that spectrum? Gender fluid people, they're up and down that thing all the time. I'm telling you right now. I know firsthand. And it's like, one day, they're over here on the masculine side, and they're just like, dude, I'm a boy today. Like, if that's what they want to say and they want to call themselves, they can totally do that. Be like, yeah, I'm a boy today. And I wake up next day, or even an hour later, no, I'm a girl. And that can be confusing for people, and believe me, it's confusing for them as well. I follow quite a few people on Twitter that are gender fluid. Follow me on Twitter. And they like to joke about how often their gender changes, which is kind of funny. Non-binary, I kind of spoke about that already, but I'll just say it right now. It's when these people don't feel like they fit anywhere on that spectrum. They're just a different gender entirely. They don't fit into those ideas. Those are the basics. So let's move on. Boom, gender expression. Alrighty. Gender expression is basically what it sounds like. So it's how you express yourself to the world of what gender you are. So generally we associate someone who identifies as a woman to like pink and to like butterflies and flowers and cute things, right? And then men are like, sports, basketball, short hair, like things like that. We have these ideas that's what that looks like. And that's just our society. Many other societies don't even have the same ideas when it comes to gender. You can express yourself in any way you want to. Just because a person identifies as male doesn't mean they have to look a certain way, doesn't mean they have to act a certain way. Just because a person is gender fluid or non-binary doesn't mean they have to look a certain way or act a certain way or walk a certain way or talk a certain way. They can act any way they want to, and that's them. I once had this person try to challenge me about gender. So I had said to people online, I said gender is a social construction. And they said, well, if gender is a social construction, then what are wolves? Do I need to like post a picture of a wolf? I'm not trying to make fun of them, but like, wow. I'm open to discussion about gender. It is a pretty confusing topic, but like I said before, people that don't want to understand it will find a way to argue about it, and people that do want to understand it and educate themselves on it, because I know they'll meet people that identify different from them, will take the effort and educate themselves and try to understand. And those people are generally the ones that have respectful questions and will respect others regardless if they don't agree or not. I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I respect you entirely, no matter what your opinion is on this topic or your opinion of the things I had to say. I still respect you as a person. And as always, please remember, and always remember, or I will forcefully remind you, that there is enough room for you in this world. Thanks for watching.